Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder, and you tapped into a very special episode of Cut Different TV. We out here in New Haven, Connecticut, man. But before I tell y'all why we here, and before I introduce you to our guest today, make sure you hit that big red button that says subscribe under whatever screen you're watching this on. Hopefully, it's on a big screen TV because that's where Cut Different TV meant to be.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? But we got my brother Dustystaytrue in the building
Yes,
today.
sir. What's going
We
on,
out
my
here in
boy?
New Haven. Thank you for
Uh-huh.
allowing us to come to your city and show some love.
Definitely, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Always. You know you locked in.
No, bro, we
Come
locked in.
on.
We make it happen.
Mhm.
One of the first introductions the first introduction that I had. I don't know if they've been to Connecticut, but it was at your plug and play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that was prior to the EP, and you were showing love to CT artists. So talk a little bit about being from CT, obviously navigating outside of there, getting a deal, and man, you know what I'm saying? What is it like in the life of Dusty Stay True?
You know, like, and that's I'm gonna stop you right there, cause not saying that you wrong, but I feel like I ain't make it yet. I ain't do nothing yet that I set like my mind to do. Like you feel what I'm saying? That's a big misconception. Like I'm still on the grind like everybody else. Cause like what is making it? You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got no Grammy. I ain't got a platinum record. You feel me? So I'm still on the come up, bro. But like being from New Haven is like a whole different vibe, cause like ain't nobody really see nothing yet to where like what I'm doing yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a different vibe.
For sure.
Yeah.
And they say like Paulo Coelho in The Alchemist, he talks about like the journey is the destination.
hmm
And so you've had some pretty memorable moments along your journey thus
Yeah.
far. And being from a place like Connecticut, like you said, where kind of what you're doing isn't something that is done on the regular. It's not
Yeah.
Atlanta, it's not New
Yeah.
York, it's
Yeah.
not California.
Yeah.
So, or LA. So tell me about what it's like being from CT and kind of paving that way for yourself.
Honestly, bro, like just being from CT is like already like, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta prove something else to the rest of the world, at least in the States, because it's like it's not like you said Atlanta, it's not Chicago, it's not New York. There hasn't been nobody to really kick down the door yet. Now there's been some people who've made some noise, you feel what I'm saying? And I respect all of them. It's just there ain't nobody who been really kicked down the door yet.
Mm.
So honestly, bro, it's a different type of feeling to even be like on a platform to be able to put my city on in a different light
Mm.
that has never been seen before. Like New Haven, Connecticut, bro, is like it's a weird town, so diverse.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, like we 2 blocks away from the hood, but we downtown on Yale's campus.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? So like having that different world, like being able to experience that different world growing up is a whole nother thing that I feel like a lot of people don't really get to experience in these other places.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I got to grow up where I grew up and then still after school come to the like Yale Art Gallery, take people on dates there, do different things that people just wouldn't see growing up.
Mm.
So I'm very grateful. Like I said, I'm definitely grateful.
Like being able to see kind of both sides.
Yeah,
Of
both
everything.
sides of the spectrum, like just being on like both ends of it. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah.
And so coming up, obviously you with SCMG now.
Mhm.
So how do you go from, growing up in that environment, kind of seeing both sides, having a well-balanced upbringing, and then saying, all right, I'm about to go all in with the music shit. And then you end up getting that opportunity. Walk me through the steps to getting that opportunity.
Yeah, bro. I had been making music since about 2017, 2016. I hadn't really been putting stuff out consistently until 2020. That's when I really that was my tipping point, like my turning point to like really start to feel me do this on a different level. Yeah, my steps are just like anybody else's, bro. It's like I went through a lot, bro, and I still go through a lot, just like trying to chase what I'm chasing right now. Like this ain't no easy thing to be pursuing. People got that like they think it's like the life when they see you moving around and doing these different things, but those come with sacrifice. You sacrificing time with your family, you sacrificing time with your girl, you sacrificing time from friends, you sacrificing the things you really like to do to like pursue something that's your dream. You know what I'm saying? So I can really only talk from the perspective of somebody who's on the come up versus somebody who has already gotten there.
Mm.
Cause I'm still on that grind, like bro, like it still gets hard, it still gets difficult. It's still times I be like, damn, I don't feel like going no more, but you gotta just keep going.
Yeah, you gotta keep
Yeah,
pushing.
yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, pressure makes diamonds for real.
Yeah, nah, it
And
does.
so you talk about, you know what I'm saying, being on the come up and you've been on tour and you've
Mm-hmm.
got some great features and you've
Mm-hmm.
had some records go crazy. You just dropped an EP that we'll get into.
Yeah.
Walk me through some of those memorable moments thus far throughout your journey. Like, what is it like for someone that's only performed in front of like 100 people, 500 people? What's it like to walk out and see thousands of people waving their phone lights in the air and
It's
going
crazy,
crazy?
bro. It's surreal. Like in those moments, like I catch chills because it's like, okay, yeah, like I'm supposed to be here.
Mm,
In those moments, it's like something that like solidifies what you already know is to come,
mm,
but you're in it just for that split second, and it gives you like what you need to keep it going.
mm,
You start to find like a different belief in yourself, like a different drive, bro, like a lot. And I'm blessed. A lot of people can't speak to having that experience unless you've experienced it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't always like that, bro. My first shows, like I got booed off. Like people don't notice that. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like, bro, when I first got my first opportunity to ever perform, ever, it was at the Yale Bowl. They did a back to school like show.
mm,
And Tusi, shout out to Tusi, had brought me out in front of the city. You know what I'm saying? It was Tusi, G Herbo, and I think one other person. I forget her name. But it was a girl. And and Tusi brought me out, and just seeing like that many people, I kind of froze up. But I was still from the town, so ain't nobody blew me off. They was still going crazy. But Tusi brought me out during his set, so
mm,
that was a wake up call. But like a couple months later, I had known that I was going on tour, so I started going to rehearsals. I started going to these things to like make this perfect set. And when I got on tour, I still got booed off. It was
mm,
crazy. It was like, yo, what's going on? It was an aggressive tour, bro. It was one day after the other. It was like 35 dates. So I knew it was either sink or swim, bro. I gotta just swim through it, ride the wave. And I like honestly found my flow, and it had nothing to do with like rehearsing and knowing how to perform. It's different than like you practicing. Because that rehearsal, like that's when you really get to know like what type of person you are on that stage. Like
mm.
you feel me?
Hell yeah.
Like and executing is like a different feeling, but it's like something that I guess all artists have to go through
Hell yeah.
at the end of the day.
It's that like that walk across the burning coals in a sense.
Yeah, yeah. And I still get tough crowds sometimes, but it's like it don't really matter to me because like I'm gonna win them over because I know I'm comfortable with myself on stage and just like me.
Mhm.
And I mean, it took a while to get there,
Mm.
you know?
Hell yeah.
Firm believer in God, and God, like, He doesn't give you what you want. And you know what I mean? You,
Yep.
you could ask God for courage, but He's only gonna give you the opportunity to be courageous and
Mm.
step out on those stages. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you right now, yo, go perform in front of these 20,000 people right now. What you about to do?
Shit.
How you gonna feel 10 minutes before you get on set and they
I'll
give
probably
me your
be throwing
mic,
up.
your in-ears, yeah, you like, oh, that's about to get crazy.
Hmm.
For me, I'm looking at it like from a perspective now of like, yo, I'm finna do this. I have no choice but to do this. And I'm about to make the best out of this situation.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm. And then you handle business.
And then I handle business now. But that done took 80 shows.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's all a work in progress. It's like my first songs, I wasn't nice, but I made myself nice because I had that belief in myself. Like I believe wholeheartedly that I could do all things. I never doubt myself. I never doubted myself one time in my entire life, like ever. No matter if I felt fear, I just never doubted myself. I knew who I was. And that's a big thing. Like knowing who you is like gonna take you further than most people because if you don't know who you are, how could you sell how could you sell your music to somebody else?
Mm.
How could you sell who you are, your brand to somebody else? You can't.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn that. And I had to learn it the hard way, bro.
And people be like, whether you a designer, creator, music, people just expect folks to fuck with them because they like, well, it's me. Like, oh, we grew up together. You got to rock with me. But
That's
it's
not
like,
how that shit go
them
at
niggas don't
all,
put out
bro.
no content. They don't. How you gonna
Yeah,
expect somebody to be 10 toes for you if you're not 10 toes for
for
yourself? I
yourself.
rock with that.
I can't make you believe who Dustystaytrue is if you think Dustystaytrue don't believe in who Dustystaytrue is.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way. I can't ever convince you that.
Hey.
I can't ever convince you that I'm the one if I don't feel like I'm the one, if I'm not moving like I'm the one. You gotta believe that.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? For you to become a fan of me, at least. That's what I noticed.
And so I hear obviously Dusty, stay true, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people say stay true, they say, stay true to yourself. Keep it real, keep it authentic,
No
keep it
cap.
you.
No cap.
Is that the basis of why you put that in your name, or walk me through the origin of your name?
Yeah, so Dusty is actually, it's crazy because I had picked it instinctively just because I thought it sounded good, like when I was like 14. But I ended up basically just getting the name from my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? It solidified it because his nickname was Dusty.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? His brother was Rusty, Dusty, Rusty, Ronald, Donald. That was their names. You know what I'm saying? His name was Ronald. As my uncle Ronald and my grandfather Dusty, like together, those ended up being like it was like a tag team duo. So I'm like, you know, as homage to him, he passed away when I was young. I took the name, mixed it with the Stay True. I had a book that says Stay True, Stay Fly from like Urban Outfitters. My mom got me. It was like a book of quotes. And I just mixed the Dusty with the Stay True, and ain't nobody had an app. So when it came time to dropping music, I was just like, fuck it. I'm just rocking with Dusty Stay True. That's my Instagram name. Let me put it out, see if it worked. And then it, you know, started to catch.
And these days, shit, if you can get that at name, that's prime real estate.
Prime real estate. Ain't no underscores, no ones, nothing. Dusty Stay True. Whole way through, straight through.
Hell yeah. And so let's talk about, you know, because a lot of artists that watch this show are artists that are up and coming, you know, independent or doing everything on their own, right?
Yeah.
So what is the difference coming up, you know, as an independent artist and then being signed? Like what would you say, what would be your perspective on the two sides?
I feel like there's no difference. Like once whether you're signed or whether you're independent, you should be working the same way. Because if I had gotten signed or I gotten whatever the case may be, whatever your perception of what my situation is, I wouldn't have been able to sustain as consistent as I've been just on the come up and as I rise if I hadn't kept that same grind as being like having no team, no nobody. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to work every day. Every day I used to go to work, bro, and I used to write music. At my job, I was like a home health aide, and I had a shift from 3 to 11. From 3 to 11, bro, I'll be in that shit, writing raps, writing music, looking up beats on YouTube. Shout out to Ant Chamberlain. He produced Never Change. You know what I'm saying? Me and him locked in. Went to the studio, recorded it. I'm booking sessions with my checks while I'm still at work. Going to the studio every night. I get off at 11. I get to the studio at 12, staying there till 5, go to sleep till 3, go back to work, write more music, go back to the studio when I got off at 11. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody understands that grind, putting your checks and your all into this. Then that was back in the days where you could pay people to promote your shit. I'm DMing niggas like Fat Boy SSC, and I'm DMing niggas like people like Carmen Pritchett, and I'm like, yo, I got bread for you. Go ahead and post this. Our Generation Music, they was starting off. Yo, go ahead. I got bread for you. Post this, $300. Just get me on that post. And them posts ended up changing like my situation because I was able to realize like, yo, that the value in that. Now today, you can't really feed in today's world like that same like energy that I'm gonna post it and it's gonna come up. It ain't that no more because the fans like ain't buying it no more.
Yeah,
like
it's not chronological.
Yeah, they understand that it's like promotion. So like it's like once I got that out of my mind and I realized like I'm the only one who could promote myself is when I truly feel like I became consistent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. And so what would you say are some like misconceptions on one, artistry, right? But you mentioned early on, like a lot of people just see the glam and they're like, oh, well, whatever your perception is of me and where I am, like you just mentioned, they don't know your schedule and the work and the hard effort that you were putting in to get to where you are.
And
what are some of the you know what I'm saying? But what are the misconceptions that you feel like people have about artists in general?
I feel like once you see somebody with a little bit of success, you think they made it, and it's not true. Like right now, it's fly by night. Niggas is here today and going tomorrow. Like Drake said in that song, bro, only real music gonna last, bro. That's the truest shit ever.
All that
because it's like
shit.
Here today and going tomorrow. Like dead ass, bro. Like it ain't no other way but consistency. Is what I see. I feel like the biggest misconception is like niggas be feeling like they made it when they haven't yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's a dream killer right there. Like if you got too much pride to go put up a flyer, I don't know if you built for it. If you got too much pride to go into the crowd after the show and engage with fans, I don't feel like it's meant for you. Because it's like, I know what I'm doing when I get off that stage. I'm hitting the crowd. I'm going to talk to these fans that just saw me on stage. Hey, yo, I'm Dustystaytrue, you know what I'm saying? Artist from New Haven, Connecticut. You just see me on stage. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. But I seen you vibing out. I fuck with you. I'm going to give you this shirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you this shirt. Take my
hand-to-hand combat.
Hand-to-hand combat, that groundwork, bro. A lot of people is too prideful to do that groundwork. A lot of people had that. And it's okay to believe in yourself because I believe in myself. Ain't nobody going to tell me I don't believe in myself. But it's a difference between believing in yourself and actually executing in an unprideful manner. If that's even a word, I don't know if that's a word, unprideful manner.
They know what you mean.
You feel what I'm saying though? Like
sure.
you can't, a lot of people can't take that pride and put it aside. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a prideful dude. Like pride is the devil to me. I can't I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm very confident.
Mhm.
I'm confident, but I feel like pride is just it's detrimental
Yeah.
to your career. Like it ain't gonna do much for you.
Yeah. And so when we met, you was talking about dropping the EP and you was
Mm-hmm.
putting music out and doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you want to drop the EP now? You know what I'm saying? And you know, talk about the reception that you've gotten and talk to me about a few of the records as well.
Honestly, I feel like me dropping the EP was like me feeling like I was absolutely ready to drop the EP.
Mm.
And that's another thing too. You can't sit on shit too long because then you feel like, oh, it gotta be perfect, but it should never be that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna be perfect. You can't wait for the perfect moment. So that was me at that time. And now that I'm just in this go mode, like just going, I got a little bit of a different perception of like how I wanted to do this and where I wanted to take it.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so walk me through a few of the like walk me through the ideology of the project, right? Because
Yeah.
you know when artists in the beginning are just throwing music together, they're like, all right, cool. Well, I got 12 songs recorded. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I paid whatever for studio time. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop 8 of them.
Yeah.
But they might not have a sequence. They might not have a theme to the project. Walk me
Yeah.
through that for this one for you.
I'm blessed enough to have a person like, you know what I'm saying, people on my team, like Arnold Taylor, shout out to Arnold Taylor, shout out to Mirror, all those dudes who can help me develop a sequence that makes sense. So when I have made the music, they could sit in that studio with me and actually help me like make it make sense.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? And make sure that records like sound the same. Like I put out 2 projects before this EP. One got 15 songs on it. Still, I love all 15 of those records. One got 12. You feel what I'm saying? And what I realize is if you're not nobody yet, nobody has that attention span to stay on your records like that. I can't. What I thought I was? Drake?
Mm.
Putting out 15 songs at once. I ain't Drake.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna care about 15 songs
But you
from Dusty
confident.
Stay
You
True right
believe.
now.
You
And I
believe.
believed it. And they did what it did. It did great. But what I'm saying is like it just wasn't enough because the attention span is so short nowadays. That led me to the EP. That's that 4-pack.
Mm-hmm.
You could listen to 4 songs. You could
Easy.
listen to 8 minutes of music. No problem.
Mm.
You going to get some breakfast, you could listen to 8 minutes of music. You going to get some clothes, you could listen to 8. You in the gym, you could listen to 8 minutes of music before you get bored of the artist and turn it off.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? It's me understanding that people really want to have a connection with you, but they also don't want to feel like the time to have a connection with you is dragging on.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It's easier to make 4 songs hit back to back to back than it is to make 15.
Type shit.
You feel what I'm saying?
And it's easy to make or not easy, but subjectively,
Yeah.
you make 12 songs. If you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna put out a project with 4.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you love those other 8, you can hold on to those for later. Pick the hottest 4 that you feel like vibe the most, that flow together the best, and give that to them.
Nah, definitely.
Like
real
like
shit.
that shit. I don't know in New Haven, Connecticut how y'all do it, but back home in North Carolina, like you go to the mall at the food court, they bring out like that one piece of bourbon chicken. They like, here, take that. And everybody be like, shit, I'll take the bourbon chicken.
Yeah.
But then you go to the shit and they got the whole tray for you. And now it's time to
Yeah.
really dive in.
And you like, I don't even know if I want to dive in this whole tray right now. I like the little sample, but I don't really know if I'm down to eat a whole big ass piece of tray of chicken. Like I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's the same mentality for music, bro.
Thanks. And so let's walk through. I mean, obviously we out here in Connecticut, you doing
Mhm.
some dope things for the community. Y'all just threw a pool party recently.
Mhm.
Walk me through, you know what I'm saying, engaging with your community here. And also, I mean, the plug and play that we met at.
Yeah.
Like, tell me what it means to you to kind of give back to your community and give other people opportunities to see success as well, or at least get exposure.
I mean, since day one, I always knew that like I wanted to give back to my community because at the end of the day, without my community, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be Dusty. I wouldn't be Xavier. You know what I'm saying? So even when I had 20,000 followers, the first thing I did when I first got up with Arnold and all these dudes, I said, yo, I want to give back to my old school. I want to do preschool through 8th grade, give back for Christmas. I want to give every kid one thing from me. And I did that. You know what I'm saying? I got the money, I did the sponsors, I did all that. And I gave every kid a toy in that whole school. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, no matter for different toys, different sets of things for different age groups. I went to over there in the Ville in New Haven. I had a little spot. My boy OA, he was with me over there in the back. He remember I gave away TVs, PS5s, Xbox One, whatever it was. I gave all that back. You know what I'm saying? I brought the radio station out. I just wanted to give back early. I did that. I did those things. And on a deeper level, I always wanted to give hope to the artists out here. You know what I'm saying? Because if I could do it, anybody could do it too. Tomorrow could be somebody else's day. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's what the plug and plays is about.
Mhm.
It's about making those things happen. and like really give people the hope to be like, yo, somebody's listening, and the person that y'all putting up on this pedestal as like the biggest artist right now, one of the biggest artists, because there are a couple people doing their thing right now, is you could do it too.
Mm. Hell yeah. That's fire.
You could be grinding too. You could do this too. Again, I ain't making it nowhere yet. I'm gonna say this to the camera. I'm still on the grind. So truly believe when I say nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same person I was 4 years ago when I started this, when I really started taking it consistent, because like you can't be walking around like you that when you're not yet. But you gotta move like you have it.
In the
You
journey.
know what I mean? Yeah. The journey's the biggest part, bro. And it's an annoying journey to any artist starting out there. It is hard work, bro, to keep on going like how we going right now,
Niggas
bro.
think, oh, I'm gonna go to the stew and smoke and drink and have bad bitches around and be doing whatever. But it's, bro, come on.
Nah, that ain't even my vibe, bro. I like to get in there. I like to turn the lights off, and I like to put on like some anime or something, and I put the subtitles on, and I record while I watch that, or I put on a game and I record and I watch that. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch other people's music videos while I cook up. I like to just plant like scenery, like what you can see. You know what I'm saying? Something that you can listen to and see, visualize.
Inspirations.
Because that's been like my biggest people that I looked up to growing up. The biggest people in like my flow of influence have been the people who could paint pictures when they write music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And so, who are some of those inspirations?
Kanye West. Kanye West unapologetically. Lauryn Hill, DMX. I'm an old soul for sure. Drake. Frank Ocean is huge for me. My favorites. Tyler the Creator, Travis Scott. Like the people who build worlds are the people that I look up to. Like if you can build a world around your music, like I'm all in for it. Like, and I'm saying like aesthetically, like just when I listen to your music and look at your content and look at what you're putting out, it brings me into your world. I'm a fan instantly. Instantly. That's more important than the actual music to me. The world building, bro. If I don't believe in your word, I'll never be a fan, regardless of how much big the song is and how much music you've been putting out. If I don't feel like there's an actual world to what you're giving me, like a whole different vibe, I ain't gonna be a fan. Truthfully, that's just me.
Type shit. So, what is your world?
Honestly, bro, like I said, I'm still on the journey. I'm figuring it out, but I can only give you what I like. I like clothes. I like fashion. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of stuff. I like, like what I like to do. I like to I like to take walks with my dog and shit. I like to have fun, bro. I like to do crazy shit like skydiving and riding roller coasters. So like through my music, I want to give you like that feeling that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna take you on a walk with the dog. We're gonna take you on a date with your girl. We're gonna bring you on this roller coaster, like this emotional roller coaster. And we're gonna do those things to like make it all make sense and bring you into my whole world. And what my world is, we still, like I said, I'm still gonna come up. So I'm still developing what that world's about to be. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
You feel me,
That's
bro?
an
It's like
exciting place to be.
it's exciting because it's like it's honesty. Like
And
I'm
you
being
got
honest.
people
The
to
world
talk
isn't
to.
developed yet, but I'm gonna give you as we grow. You feel me?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, bro.
And so, look, man, I mean, you tapped in with Cut Different TV. You already know the vibe.
Definitely, bro.
We talked about this before, Dusty, man. You knew what time it was when we walked in.
Nah, for sure, bro.
What makes you cut different, bro?
I'm just a different nigga. When I walk up on the scene, bro, I'm just a cut different nigga. I'm the nigga that's gonna walk up dressed a whole different way than these other niggas. I'm gonna stand out. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do to just not look like these niggas, man. That's my biggest thing. When I drop music, all that shit, I'm just not these niggas. They're not like me. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that.
No copycat shit, man.
Nah, never.
Authenticity, man.
It's
Staying
just
true,
me.
bro.
Yeah, like
So
feel
look,
me?
man, they know where to find you, man. Dusty
Yeah.
Stay True everywhere. But again, like I said, for the artists watching this, for people in the industry that are coming and up and maybe in similar situations as you, or maybe they're looking at you as the person that's coming up next, right? Like, what piece of game would you give them, or what jewel would you drop to them before we get out of here?
I'm gonna go real cliche on this, and I'm gonna just say never stop and believe in yourself, bro. That's all it takes. Don't stop and believe in what you could do. You're gonna get there. For real.
And lean into what I'm getting from your story too is resourcefulness.
Yeah, be resourceful.
And tapping into the community and
Yeah.
not thinking that you too Hollywood or too big time to tap into the people that are showing love.
Most definitely, bro. You already know the vibes.
Staying true, man.
Staying true.
What makes him cut different? He stay true.
Just a different type of nigga, man. Come on.
Outside, bro.
For
Hey,
sure.
look, thank y'all for tuning in to this very special episode of Cut Different TV, man. I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder. I'm here with my brother.
Dustystaytrue.
And let them know where we at today.
We at Rundown, New Haven. My boy Scott Story, you know what I'm saying? You ever in New Haven, Connecticut, you come down to Rundown and you gonna get you all the drip, okay?
Come down to Rundown, man.
Mhm.
Y'all make sure to hit that big red button that says subscribe, drop likes, drop comments, your favorite parts of the videos, and stay tuned for much more heat. We on the road. We
Yes,
make it
sir.
happen. We in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Come
CT in
on.
the building, man.
We gonna get some pizza after this.
Let's
You
do
know what
that.
I'm saying?
It's love, man. Thank y'all.